back, still solid. I believe that's what standard positioning is. This is about what I have whenever I'm braking, and I'm able to stretch out and still feel perfectly solid. Standard, all the way back. I believe this is the standard. This is where I'm at when I'm shifting. I can stretch up very good. Move my feet around completely, get different positions. The shifting point and the brake point has been moved forward 4.5 to 5 inches just by doing this. Okay, stuff that I use to put the Victory Cross Country or Victory Vision floorboards on my VTX. The adapter plate is 1/2 inch aluminum. I got a whole piece. I believe it was 6 by 12 or 6 by 24 is what I got. Actually, I think it was 6 by 24. Anyway, what I originally did was that I took a 1x6, chopped a huge chunk out of it, and this is actually the 1x6 that I used. I took the original pegs, drilled out the holes here, marked the holes, drilled out the holes, bolted. Now, hold on, it's like this. Drill out the original holes, bolted the original hole, the top one, into the bike, put a bolt through the bottom, the back hole of the Victory floorboard original mount, and then lined it up where it came to rest. Where it came to rest was about where the Victory floorboard was butted up to the bolt. I did find, however, if you need it at a higher angle, these M10 to 125 bolts you can also get with a tapered screw end, which you would be able to countersink this and it'd come up flat and you'd be able to raise it higher. Well, I did that. I cut out an actual adapter plate and figured out that it would also work for the other side. Once I got them on, I needed to figure out the shift linkage. The shift linkage, once again, I chopped out a piece of my 1x6 and found the right angle that I needed to hook up the shift linkage. From there I cut a piece off of this flat bar plain steel, which is 3 by 3/16 of an inch by 36 inches long. You didn't need the 36 inches long. It's just, you most definitely need 3 inches wide by, I would say, 3/16 of an inch thick for the strength. I had to bend it a few times, put it in this itty bitty little vise, and smack it with a hammer. Really that easy. What I've got holding on the floorboards is I have one M10 to 125 by 60 holding on the original bolt hole, just like that. Then for the bottom that goes through the Victory floorboards, through the adapter plate into the original bolt hole in the back, I've got an M10 by 125 by, what is it, by 75. And trust me, you do need this length. And then for the front, where I only have this going through the Victory floorboards and through the adapter plate, and then with a nylon locking nut, I have an M10 by 125 by 40. I got 3 of each, which is, well, I got 3 of the 60 and the 40. On Amazon, I got a bag of 25 of the 75s, but they also weren't very expensive. For just literally mounting the floorboards, that is all you will need. If you have aftermarket exhaust, you might have to put the floorboards in the very forward position. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, look up the different positions on Victory floorboards. Witch Doctors has a YouTube video about it, showing how to move your controls on your floorboards forward or backward. They've got 3 positions. I've got mine all the way forward, so I've got about 4.5 to 5 inches, might be 5.5 inches forward stretch from the standard position what I had with the pegs. For hooking up the shift linkage, which I'm just showing a piece of wood, I will drop a couple of pictures in the video if possible, or I'll just drop it in the Facebook point. What I used there was 1/4 by 20 by 1 inch. That is what I used for hooking the shift linkage to the shifting control which it's actually hooked. It's not hooked on where Victory actually has their shift linkage. It's hooked on where Victory has forethought and foremeasured for a heel shifter. I do believe you should, if you wanted to put a heel shifter on, you can probably still put the heel shifter on and just move the shift linkings to the other side of the shifter, and it should still work. I just got these from Harbor Freight. Work pretty good. I use lock nuts, nylon lock nuts on everything. For the brakes on the other side, like I said, the brakes might not clear your aftermarket exhaust. I don't know about standard exhaust. It did not clear my Cobras, so I had to push it to the forward position. Now, this hose is only 6 inches long. I needed a total, well, from here to here was only 6 inches long. I need a total of 15 inches. So I ended up getting an adapter, which is from Russell, part number 641411. And if you're looking for anything from a different brand other than Russell, it's a -3 AN male, which is this end, to a 10mm by 1.0 female, this end. The exact flare you need for this piece is the inverted flare. I didn't know this, and caused me a lot of research and asking people what I needed and a whole bunch of other fun stuff. Took me a while to figure out, but I got it. So what you need here is an inverted flare. Very important. Then I got a 12-inch section of braided hose with 3 AN female fittings on both ends. And I got a Banjo fitting, also from Russell, part number 640471. For hooking up your brake lights, you are going to need a Banjo bolt that has a switch built into it. Afterthoughts on what I bought. I bought a Banjo bolt that had the switch lines going straight out from it. I probably should have gotten a Banjo bolt that has a 45-degree angle coming off of it with the hoses, with the wires. That's probably what I should have done, but that's just an afterthought. So I've got the wires coming straight out. I think it would have probably looked cleaner if I would have went with a 45-degree angle. Yes, the end of your shift linkage. You are going to need a linkage end. I ordered these on Amazon. I am gonna put all the information to what I got. This is a left-hand thread. I believe it's a 6mm part. but the ones that originally come on the Honda are permanently built onto the parts. If the front one goes bad, you're going to have to replace that shift arm. If the back one goes bad, you're going to have to replace the arm that hooks onto the transmission. These parts don't come off like on Harleys or other brands. I think that's pretty much it. If any of you guys have any questions, please let me know. I'll try to answer if I left anything out. I don't think I did. Oh yeah, I used the correct size washers for whatever I was putting a lock nut on, so that I'd have a washer on there and the lock nut wasn't going straight up against the metal. Yeah, that's about it. Like I said, I'll throw in some pictures and see if I can get this all put together and put it up there so you guys can have fun, maybe get some extended reach on your foot controls and enjoy your ride.